Lawmakers are off for Thanksgiving, but they are moving ahead with the next phase of the impeachment inquiry. The House Judiciary Committee scheduled its first public impeachment hearing for December 4th. NBC's Leigh Caldwell is on Capitol Hill. Leigh, what do we know about the potential witnesses the House Judiciary Committee might bring in?
We don't know specifically who they're going to be yet, Allison, but we do know kind of about what they're going to talk about. We are no longer going to hear, like we did in the last phase, the investigation or the Intelligence Committee phase, witnesses that bring evidence against the wrongdoing or detailing the wrongdoing of the president. So we're not going to hear someone like Gordon Sondland or Ambassador Yovanovitch. Instead, we're going to hear people who can explain what impeachment means and why it matters and why it's important. So they're going to talk about the separation of powers, checks and balances between the legislative branch and the executive branch, and really try to hit home to the American people why this is moving forward, Allison.
Leigh, after more than 150 hours of testimony in the public hearings over the last 2 weeks, a new poll shows Americans still seem sharply divided on impeachment. Do House Democrats see this upcoming round of hearings as a final chance to sway public support?
Well, they definitely know that it's important. They know that just early next week, probably, they're going to release the Intelligence Committee report on all of the witness testimonies and depositions that they've gathered. So they're hoping to create this narrative that's very clear and concise and easy to understand about the allegations against this president. And so that combined with more public hearings to try to take that public report and apply that to the Constitution and why everything matters, really, and why this impacts people and national security. It's a really critical moment for Democrats, but we also know that politics at this point is extremely tribal, that especially in the House of Representatives, Democrats are in their corners, think that the president committed wrongdoing. Republicans are in their corners continuing to defend the president. So it might not be about convincing Republicans, but it is going to be about convincing those undecided, independent-minded voters and constituents, Allison.
Leigh, we learned last night House investigators released the final transcript from their closed-door depositions. It's from a top budget official. What was in that? What do we know?
Yeah, well, it was, his last name is Sandy. We know that he's the only person from the Office of Management and Budget who has come in to testify despite others who have been called. And there were some really big accusations and allegations from this deposition. We know that on July 25th, the same day of this infamous phone call, that was the day that the withholding of the aid was finalized. We know that it had been in the works and been talked about before, but it was finalized on that call. We also know that Sandy, that was what his job was to oversee aid going to Ukraine, was then shoved aside, and a political appointee named Duffy came in to run point on this. Why that's important? That's important because someone with ties to the president, ties to the Wisconsin Republican Party, was overplacing a career official. And then we know that Sandy said that he was not told for most of July and all of August why the aid was being withheld, despite asking numerous times. They were just told that it was done at the direction of the president, and he was not given an answer why, Allison.
Meanwhile, Leigh, Republicans are demanding that House Intelligence Chair Adam Schiff testify. Any chance we'll see that?
Very unlikely. And the reason is because Republicans are going to be able to suggest witnesses that they want to come before the Judiciary Committee. But the catch is that Democrats have final say over who all the final witnesses are. So Democrats have indicated very strongly, and Adam Schiff himself has said that he has no intentions of coming to testify. But it's an opportunity for Republicans to continue to paint this process as something that's tainted, that is not transparent, and that is rigged. And so that is the real reason they want Adam Schiff to come testify, but chances are it's not going to happen.
Leigh, we have been saying this all week long. Congress may be in recess, but still a lot going on. Thank you so much for updating us.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.